I'll tell you, Pa, I sure thank him, little Joe.
Finally would like to come out here and say goodbye himself, Mr. Durr, but he had to go into town, some kind of a big meeting at Mr. Oliver's. It's not going to seem the same around here without you running the place.
Well, maybe the fellow I sold out to will get along better than me. Maybe he'll be willing to knuckle under.
Knuckle under to who?
Sladen. Boss Sladen. And his bully boy, Gus Hanna. Me, I'm not the knuckling kind.
Sladen? Is he been bothering you?
Sure. He's been giving me plenty about it. Seems Sladen has taken us businessmen one at a time. You pay what he asks or else.
I can hardly believe that. Well, my pa started Sladen in the freighting business. Sladen and his daughter are real good friends of ours.
Yeah, real good friends of yours, little Joe. You'd be surprised how much that's helped Sladen in what he's trying to do.
Just take that load right back where you got it.
What are you talking about, Gus?
You know better than to try any hauling. Your old man's got a contract with Washoe Freight.
I'm not hauling freight. I'm doing ranch chores.
This ain't Ponderosa land. It's a public road, and that makes it Sladen's territory.
Sladen's territory? You must be out of your mind. You can't stop me from using a public road.
Well, we're doing it, ain't we?
You're gonna get out of my way.
Do that for?
We want to talk about Tom Sladen.
Well, is that the only way we can talk behind closed doors?
Just how well do you know Sladen, Ben?
What do I know? Well, I know what things were like before he got here. We had 3 freight lines that were broken down. Half our supplies never got through, and the road agents were stealing us blind.
And now Sladen's stealing us blind. You know the way he's jacked up his rates. This keeps up, we'll all go bankrupt.
Well, didn't anyone talk to him or try to reason with him?
Yeah, Bill Haney did. And the next night, his store was burned down real mysterious-like.
Now, hold on. You're not saying Tom Sladen did that?
It's the same thing. He got Gus Hannon and his bully boys to do the job for him. Sladen sits back while they do the rough stuff. Now, like we said, you're the one that brought him here, so we want you to talk to him. We don't want the same thing to happen to us that happened to Bill Haney.
Yeah, sure. Of course I'll talk to him.
Only one thing. Just leave our names out of it.
sorry to keep you waiting, but I just heard you were here.
Tom?
Guess who just got off the stage?
Who's that?
My daughter, Karen.
Oh, she finished school in San Francisco?
No, she quit. Yeah, I finally managed to get her into the best school in the West, and then she decided she'd rather be here with me. I don't know whether to be mad or flattered.
Oh, I imagine you're more flattered than you are mad.
Well, maybe. You know how it is. You've got sons. Could be 3 years of school is enough for a girl. Maybe she ought to learn how life is outside the books, huh?
That depends on how life is outside the books.
What do you want to see me about, man?
Tom, what are you trying to do to this town?
Somebody complaining?
Maybe.
I raised my rates to meet rising costs, Ben.
Tom, you didn't raise my rates.
Well, you're a friend of mine. Besides, you're responsible for my being here. Anyway, Sam, Dura was talking about bringing in another freight line.
And you wouldn't let him?
Couldn't let him. If I allowed him to do that, others want to do the same. There'd be a lot of little freight companies cutting each other's throats. You can't have that.
Oh, I see. No competition, is that it?
Oh, come on now, my friend. You understand it perfectly well. How did you build the Ponderosa?
A lot of hard work and sweat, Tom.
And you didn't have to worry about competition. I do.
Well, of course I had to worry about competition. I still do.
Oh, Ben, what's the sense of arguing? Ranching is an entirely different business. Look at this. Let me show you something. This is the greatest invention since the world began. The wheel. This is my business. Over here, Ben, is Washow's operation. Right here. It's a scratch on the surface at the moment. But transportation's going to be the lifeblood of this country. And I'm going to control it.
And how many more places like Bill Haney's are going to have to burn down before you control it?
I don't understand your question, Ben.
Don't you?
Now, look. I've got one daughter. I want to do for her just what you're doing for your sons. I want her to have a heritage.
Heritage? It's a funny thing, Tom. We use the same words, but we mean different things.
Glad you're here. Just coming in after you.
What's the matter? Who's inside?
It's the doc. You better come on in. Little Joe's been hurt.
What happened?
Well, he got shot in the shoulder.
How was he?
Not as bad as he could have been. The wound is clean. He's lost a lot of blood. He's weak.
Hello, young fella. Pa? What happened?
I was bringing that wagon load of lumber back from Dura's. Some Slade and his men tried to stop me. I was shot. Next thing I remember, I was here.
Doc, what do you think?
A few days of rest, and he'll begin to recover nicely.
Would you help Hoss get him upstairs, make him comfortable?
Certainly.
Paul. Where are you going?
I'm going into town to see Sladen.
Don't you want me to go with you?
Now, without him away, you better stay here and take care of Joe.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's coming in now. Well, hello, Ben. Been expecting you. Come on in. Can I give you a drink?
You can give me an explanation, Tom.
I'll explain. The kid asked for it. We stopped to talk, and he made a stupid move for his gun.
It's funny. My son never mentioned anything about that.
Well, he probably just forgot about it. That's understandable. How is the boy?
Now, what was it you wanted to talk about?
He was hauling stuff. The boss gave orders that nobody's allowed to do that.
I gave public notice that Washoe was going to protect its own interests. It's like I told you this morning, no competition, Ben. Your kid was hauling timber in direct violation of your contract with me.
We no longer have a contract, Tom. It's canceled, as of right now.
Well, of course, that's your privilege, Ben. But if you do that, you better know that not a wheel is going to move onto the Ponderosa or off of it.
If you want to make a fight over this, I think our freighters can match your cowboys any time.
You want to make a fight over this, don't you? Don't you?
I'm not avoiding it. Now, I told you that shooting was an accident. If you want to make something more of it, you do so at your own risk.
Beat me, beat 'em all.
Now, Ben, give in to you, give in to them all.
You admit he was acting under your orders?
I'm the boss.
I guess that makes you responsible for his actions, then.
I guess it does, Ben.
Mr. Cartwright, goodness, it's good to see you.
How are you, Karen?
How are the boys? How's little Joe?
Maybe you better ask your father.
Obstructing the public road, invasion of privacy, assault with a deadly weapon. That's quite a list, Ben.
Hope you're not questioning any part of it.
I'm only questioning how you're going to make out. You know, with all his toughness, Sladen is a careful, smooth operator.
The first time anyone has made a complaint against him?
Oh, I've had words. Words here and words there. But this is the first official complaint I've had up till now. I'm a lawman. And I can't go around arresting people like Sladen and Gus Hanna simply because they talk tough. And I can't protect people who are afraid of words.
Well, Bill Haney got more than words.
When Bill Haney's place burned down, there were no witnesses. I might add, I can't keep a man in jail indefinitely on suspicion either.
You got more than just suspicion. Just fill out that complaint now, Ed, and I'll serve it on Tom Sladen personally.
Serving warrants is my job, Ben.
Karen? Saw your rig outside. I thought it might be you.
Mr. Cartwright, I came over here to ask you to withdraw your charges against my father and let him out of jail.
Well, Karen, I can't do that.
Karen, listen to me. I don't want to hurt you. We've been too good friends for that. But as far as your father is concerned,
Just so that'll be enough.
I think it is. Daddy said you'd probably try to knife him as soon as you got me alone.
Why, you should let me tell her the truth.
Joe. She loves her father. Anyway, our quarrel isn't with her. Oliver? All right, Tom.
Ben? Hello, Ben.
Well,
Ben, we've just got to talk to you about this new situation in town.
what situation's that?
Sladen's shut down operations drum tight.
Yeah, nothing's coming in or out.
When that word got around, you can guess what happened. Panic buy. Our shelves are almost bare.
Yeah, Sladen's trying to get me to withdraw my complaint, huh?
You've got to do it, Ben.
Now, wait a minute. You boys asked me to try to stop Sladen.
I know, Ben, but we can't hold out a week, let alone till his trial comes up.
If the snows come early, Ben, we're finished.
What about Carson City? There are freighters there that can haul in your supplies?
Would none of them dare come in here, Ben. They wouldn't dare buck Washoe.
We got horses and wagons here. All you need. You can haul in the supplies yourselves.
That's no solution. Han and his men would cut us to ribbons. You've got to give in to them, Ben.
Sure. And the next time we want more and still more.
All right, Ben.
I'd like to see Tom Slayton if I could.
Sure. He's sitting in there grinning like a tomcat that swallowed the dicky bird.
Oh?
Ben, I've seen that grin before. On fellas that thought they had the drop on me.
Ben, nice of you to visit me.
Why are you taking it out on the town, Tom?
That's a funny question with me here in the town jail.
You knew very well, didn't you, that when you suspended operations, you'd set off a buying panic?
I do what I have to do.
Just as long as it goes your way. All right, what are your terms?
You think a lot of this town, don't you?
What are your terms?
All right, I'll tell you. You're going to help me, Ben. You're going to withdraw your complaint against me and re-sign your contract with me. Publicly.
Who do you think you are?
I thought that was pretty plain. I'm the boss.
Ben, just got a telegram. Seems that Oliver and some of the merchants got a little impatient.
What does that mean?
They appealed to the governor. He's sending Judge Meisner down here to hold a special session of court. He'll hear the case tomorrow.
Well, maybe the judge's trip won't be necessary. You've got something to say to the sheriff, haven't you, Ben?
Sheriff? I'll be with you to meet the judge in the morning when he arrives on the stage.
Ben, don't be foolish. You're not going to get any help from those chicken-livered friends of yours. You fight me, you fight alone.
Say that after the way you just testified. You and Dora and your father are trying to put my father in prison.
All we're doing is telling the truth.
The boss won it! He won it! He won it so easy the jury wasn't out 2 minutes. I knew he'd win! You know there's going to be a party tonight. There was never any doubt in my mind that he'd win. Bring money tonight, boy. Forget about that. The jury couldn't have been out over a couple of minutes.
Washoe men are really going to be feeling their oats now.
Oh, that was a fast verdict. A surprising one.
Yeah, we tried to do what was best for the town, Ben. Besides, it could have happened like Gus said. All he did was shoot in self-defense.
Man, open up. It's Oliver. Can I see you for a minute?
Just a minute. Oliver. Aaron?
Ben, it's Slade. He's raised his rates 50%. What? 50%. And if we don't give in to him, he's going to starve us out. The sheriff has gone to the territorial capital to try to get help from the governor. But in the meantime, panic has already started.
Panic?
There's not enough food.
What do you mean? There was a run of the shops. I thought everybody stocked up.
Some did, and some weren't able to. It's big trouble, Ben. You know how long it takes to get help in from the territory.
No. Let's not us panic. Well, the Ponderosa could supply enough food for the town.
Slade won't let us get away with it. It could mean a fight.
All right. Oliver, you go back into town. Quietly round up some men. Meanwhile, I'll have my boys butcher some beeves. And by tomorrow noon, we should have a wagon load ready to roll into town. Now, do you think you could be back with your men by then?
Right. Ben, I'm sorry about the trial this morning. We were a bunch of frightened men.
Oh, that was this morning.
Coming, Miss Karen?
May I stay here, Mr. Cartwright? I've no place else to go.
Well, of course. Karen, have a look, see if Mr. Oliver's coming in. He's got to be here by noon.
Yeah. Paul, what if he can't get the town folks to come out with him? Then what are we going to do?
Well, if we go alone, Slade will have us outnumbered.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you, but I vote we go. If we don't go, Sladen's going to win without even trying, ain't he?
That's the way I feel, too.
Not you, Joe. You ain't got but one good arm.
I shoot with my left, and that one's fine, big brother. I'm going.
Anybody interested in my vote?
Well, frankly, we didn't think it was necessary, Paul.
You're right. Let's go.
Here he comes.
Well, where are the others?
Sladen knows your plans, Ben. Gus Hannon and his men have been all over town threatening people.
Are they all back down?
Most of them did, but there's a few of them beside me that are with you.
Where are they?
They had to sneak out of town one by one. We figured it was better that way. They're going to meet us at Wild Horse Canyon.
Well, we'll see what happens. Let's go. You take care of things here now. See you, son.
I guess you could use another hand, huh?
Didn't expect you back till tonight. We're having kind of an interesting time.
I heard what was going on. Got back as soon as I could.
Right back at the wagon.
to give this team a little breather. This grade's pretty steep for this heavy load.
Cartwright!
Hold your fire.
Cartwright! You hear me? Hey, Mike. Go up around those rocks and cover them from the other side.
Right. Adam, keep your eye on that rock overhang. Oz, that clump of trees.
We're not gonna let you get through, Ben. Turn back.
They got Mike.
It's no use, Ben. We've got you outnumbered up here. Now I want you to go back, that's all. Will you do it, yes or no? Ben? Listen to me, Ben. I don't want to kill you. But if you force me to do it, I'm going to do it. As far as this town's concerned, it could have been done by anybody. Indians or Marauders or anybody. There'll be no witnesses.
I'll be a witness.
Karen, come over here.
No, Father. I want to watch you commit murder.
She's thrown in with them. She thinks more of the Cartwrights than she does of you.
Karen, this is your father talking to you.
No, it isn't. It's Boss Sladen.
Karen, get down, stay in the cover.
No, Mr. Cartwright. If he kills any of you, he'll have to kill me, too. I'm coming down to you.
Stay down. Karen.
You ain't going nowhere.
Here's your chance, Tom. Go ahead, use your gun. Here's your chance to kill every one of us. Karen, too. Anyone who stands in your way. I guess that's true of everybody in the...
Karen, came to say goodbye.
I almost wish I hadn't agreed to go back to school.
Why, the year will be over before you know it. And you'll be Virginia City's first woman college graduate.
Well, they're waiting. Better get aboard.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Have a nice trip.
Well, Tom.
Well, Ben, I guess I got a lot of things to do. A lot of things to straighten out. I don't know where to start. I guess the best place might be down the sheriff's office, huh?
I'll walk down with you.